Last month, Iraq's central government seized control of disputed territory, oil, and vital border crossings from the Kurds in the north in just a matter of days, ushering in a new phase of politics with international players vying for influence. Meanwhile, the Kurdish region is reeling from its losses.
For 3 years, Kurdish Peshmerga fighters controlled oil fields like this one in Iraq's disputed territories. They moved in when Iraqi forces fled an ISIS offensive approaching the area. But 1 month ago, after a Kurdish referendum vote Baghdad deemed illegal, central government troops returned. They were prepared for a tough battle to take it back. But instead, soldiers including Saif Hatem swept in without a fight.
كنا ما متوقعين إنه أكو قوة راح تواجهنا من الكراد بس ماكو شيء طبعاً مسالمين سلموا سلاحهم عملية كانت كلش سهلة.
Under a deal between the central government and a Kurdish faction opposed to then-President Masoud Barzani, many Peshmerga fighters withdrew before the offensive even began.
ليش تتفكر صارت سهلة هيك شيء؟
سحب القوات وكان بس مسعود والقوات الضعيفة ما قدر يقاوم هذا الكم الهائل من القوات. انسحب باتجاه أربيل.
Before the latest conflict, oil fields in the disputed territories were pumping out some 550,000 barrels of oil daily. Iraqi troops now also control the pipeline and border crossing, which runs through the Kurdish region and into the Turkish port of Ceyhan. It means that hundreds of millions of dollars in profits from the region's oil exports are now entirely under Baghdad's control, leaving the Kurdish region dealing with the sudden loss of resources, which had been vital in its push for independence. In nearby Kurdish-held towns and cities, including Kirkuk, some Peshmerga did put up a fight, and Iraqi soldiers didn't confront them alone. They had help from the PMU, a coalition of predominantly Shia militia fighters who were accused by Kurds and the US of being an instrument of Iran.
اوكي احنا وين هسه؟
هذا طريق كركوك بغداد للخط الرئيسي. المعركة هنا كانت بدت من هنا.
المعركة كانت صعبة لو؟
أكثر من أنا يعني حسبت 32 قتيل. أول صاروخ استهدفهم عافوا النسبة. يعني قتل مجموعة كبيرة منهم.
The PMU's role in this offensive, as well as the operation to drive ISIS out of Iraq, helped make the group and its leaders a major force in the country. It's left the US red-faced. On one hand, it's been publicly pursuing a hardline approach against the Iranian regime, but on the other hand, the US supported Baghdad over the Kurds during the referendum vote, and that's allowed Iran to increase its influence in the region. Abu Mustafa al-Imami is the deputy commander of the PMU in northern Iraq. He denies allegations of foreign meddling in the conflict.
واللي دخلوا كركوك ليسوا أجانب وإنما عراقيين حقيقيين مع الدول. لا يوجد لدينا أي مانع. الحكومة العراقية هو الصاحب القرار، هو اللي يقرر، هو هذا يعود لهم. فنحن مطيعين للحكومة الموجودة ونؤمن بحكومتنا.
Despite playing down Iran's influence, Al-Imami echoed the words of Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Khomeini, who claimed that Israel and the US would benefit from Kurdish independence.
شلون هسه العلاقة السياسية بينكم وبين الأكراد والبشمركة؟
ما عندنا أي مشكلة مع الأخوة الكرد، ولكن هناك من يقف وراء مجموعة من الأكراد السهاينة الدول الغربية، وهم أصبحوا يعني أداة لهؤلاء فينفذون المخططات الأعداء، مخططات الخارجين عن القانون. هم خرجوا عن القانون.
The city of Kirkuk is ethnically diverse. Kurdish, Arab and Turkmen residents continue to work side by side. But thousands of Kurds who live in Kirkuk and other disputed territories said that the arrival of Shia militia in their Sunni Kurdish neighbourhoods and the threat of sectarian fighting forced them to flee. Some are now living in half-built homes in the Kurdish capital, Erbil. Parwin, her husband Adnan and their 3 children left Kirkuk when Iraqi forces moved in. They don't know when or if they'll be able to return.
لولا هي زنمة يترحش الشعبي لولا لا بيشتوهات إما يفرشت إما يتوكل كمنا خوشة شو دوسلا من هلا كركوش يوم نعومي نكاربامي هيك منيا.
So this is where you're sleeping?
Yes.
With 3 children?
Yes. أو خارنا كما أو جنبانا كما أو هم سروت وسامانا ما جير حسيت شي كان عدد هابي قريان متي بكركو هذا دين كل حق بيقرد صححت حكمك عرب كان لجر علي كردستان رقصكن بلام كرد لجر علي عراق توسيتوا بو أمانش هولاتين يا مش هولاتين.
Like Parwin, many Kurds in Erbil and other Kurdish cities are angry. Not only at the political crisis, but also at their long-standing US allies for not intervening to stop the Kirkuk offensive.
Sarok, Beşik, Sarok, Beşik, Sarok.